Topic of the day: love. To receive love. Um, I've come to the realization that it is as difficult to receive love and to feel loved as it is to love someone. Um, it is difficult to receive, much more difficult, sorry, to receive. Not only love, but other things too. To just be on the other end of things and to receive. To be okay to sit with what they're giving you. I always focused on giving, on showing up for others, on loving, or on trying to love, because also loving is dependent also on the capacity to accept love back. It goes both ways. You can't have one thing and not the other. So to love is dependent on feeling loved and on receiving love, and vice versa. I remember, I don't know if I've mentioned this already, because the more I do videos, the more I kind of forget what I tackle. But there was this particular instance where when I was leaving the Dominican Republic, I mean, two co-workers, which are my friends now, two friends, okay, two co-workers decided to go out of their way to help me out. And I was so uneasy about receiving their help. I was so like, I don't want to bother. I don't want to cause too much problem. I don't want to have them inconvenience themselves too much for me. I had no car at the time. I didn't have a car, and I had a lot to do in just one day, because I was gonna leave the country the next day, and I had so much to do. And they decided after work, first they invited me to eat at a restaurant with other people, and then they suggested, to help me go run some errands with me, since they have a car and I don't, to make things easier, smoother. And they ended up staying so late, very, very late at night. Very late. They even drove me home. And the whole time, I was just so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, oh my God, like they're waiting. There was this thing that I was taking care of with a company, and it ended up taking hours, and I was just there waiting. I'm like, oh my God. And I tried to call, and I was calling them every 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm still in line, and they're not resolving the issue, and this and that. And I kept explaining, and I would call again, and I even bought them gifts while I was in the mall, because I just couldn't sit with the fact that two people were genuinely helping me. No interest, no nothing, no strings attached, no expectation from me. They just wanted to help. They just wanted to be there for me. Sorry, I made that face. I just remembered something that made me cringe. So yeah, they just wanted to be there for me. And when my phone's battery died that day, while I was waiting and it was late, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't even tell them that I'm sorry and that I'm working on that and it's not my fault. It's just the company's trying to, When I finally, on my way out, I bought some gifts to say thank you. Um, and when I went to them, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry again. Thank you so much. And they were like, you know what? We were talking about that. We were talking about how you were just like us, how you cannot, it's difficult for you to accept people's gestures, it's difficult for you to accept people's love, people's attention, because they were struggling with that too at a certain point. And I was like, wow, that's true. I even bought gifts because I did want to show that I was, grateful for what they did. But at the same time, I think that was a part of me that just couldn't sit with the fact that someone gave something to me without the need of me having to give something to them. Um, so that's something to take into account. And the more I think about it, the more I think of situations where um, I just couldn't sit with the fact that I owed somebody something, that um, someone would tell me something good, and it's just it. I don't have to come to like to give it back in a way. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's like this is not necessarily what reciprocation is, you know. So now I'm working on that. I'm working on accepting people's love, or accepting things that gifts without me feeling the urge to give something to give something back, as if like I'm returning this just to make sure that there's nothing, sometimes it's necessary, I guess. Maybe it depends on the person and their intention, and if you can peep something, if you can notice that there's some kind of weird intention behind it, then maybe not receiving it is the best, I guess. But yeah, and I'm noticing this pattern of mine too with someone else, um, and that was really surprising to me, to notice the way I'm reacting to someone giving me their genuine attention and love. Sometimes I wouldn't say that's the case all the time. I guess, I don't know. This is a complex thing, but I know that it's it is necessary. It goes with loving someone. Receiving love is as important as loving, because you cannot love if you don't, how can I say that? You cannot love the other person, right, if you don't let them love you. Because you're not letting them give you what they can. So you're kind of stopping them from, you're stopping something. I don't know how to explain this, but I think you understand. Don't want to make this long.